Hey folks, welcome back. This is round 68. Okay, let's have a look what happened in the history. There's not going to be much again. Yeah, just like, there's really nothing much to see. Really nothing much to see there. VidCon. We've developed a heavy helicopter called the Air Snake. We've completed research in deep core mining. Operationalization of the order of battle complete. So mechanized heavy machine gun infantry corps, brigade and army. So mechanized heavy machine gun infantry is going to be quite useful for rapidly getting defensive troops into position once we are doing some kind of blitzkrieg. Now we're not going to make a whole lot of use of them until we get through the front line, so they're going to be like a backline unit, at least at first. We've also discovered light armor infantry as well. Light armor infantry army basically is an infantry. I think it's a mix of light tanks and infantry. Kind of useful. I've used them against the AI nicely. I don't know how useful it'd be in this game. We've also got some cards to play. Okay, what should we do first? Let's go for the decisions, I think. So actually, first let me show you the Air Snake. I quite like that name. I don't know why. So here's the Air Snake, and yeah, 210 structural design, 96 base. It's got this is a good model. Look at this, 98 engine, which is decent. Weapon 99, armor's 104. This thing's really, really good. Now, its operating cost is 59 oil. It uses a lot of oil to move. This thing is going to chug through our oil, so we need to kind of make sure that we've got access to plenty of oil. Now we're actually burning oil. We're selling most of it every turn. We're actually losing 2,000 a turn. So what we really need to do is just drop down our production just a touch, because there's no point in just wasting oil like that. In that case, let's go to the assets. So yeah, this is a good thing. You want to be on top of this if you want to be playing very, very competitively, whether you're against the AI or whoever you're against. Now, I've actually built a fuel depot this turn, so next turn you're actually going to be able to have more fuel going up. But first, what you want to be looking for is mining assets. I think it's mining. Yeah, so we've got an oil well there. Here's an oil drill. That one's going up. Yeah, we've got 2 oil drills here. Look, I've not. Look, this is how little I need it. I've only got like level 1 on each one. What we want to do here is you click on it and then just go put it down to like, I don't know, just 25% production or something. And we will be using fuel every turn. And then what we'll do is if we notice that we're actually losing some, then like if we start going backwards in our oil levels, then I will, I'll kind of raise it again. Look, this one's only on 50% already in Clyde. We'd already dropped it down. Now we do have, I've got a whole bunch of mines going up now. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a stuffy nose tonight. I'm not quite sure why. Okay, let's go back here. So to the decisions, Economic Council. What do we want? We just go to technologies and just see where we want to be going. Okay, so we've opened to automation now. Battle dress is going to require heavy combat armor and walker hydraulics. Okay, we've got access to that. So yeah, in military we're going to want to go into walker hydraulics next. Once I've got walkers, I will consider a war. I also want to get a little bit further into. Are we going lightweight alloys at the moment, are we? Lightweight alloys I consider to be absolutely essential on this planet for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not getting very much air miles out of my air miles. You know what I mean? The distance that we can travel per fuel basically is very, very low at the moment. So I want to get this lightweight alloys sorted. Now, no, fuel mix alloy, that's not what we want. Anyway, let's go back to what we were looking at with regards to the Economic Council. High-tech industry will break us into photonics. Also, high-tech industry, we're going to need it because we're going to need it to build, to produce the high-tech pieces that we need. But we've got to get some heavy industry up first because you're going to need a lot of heavy industry for that, I think. So that will break us into beam gun, shield generator, atmospheric Atmospheric membranes, what's this one? Allows outside farming in a hostile climate. Okay, well that's no use for us on this planet. But it does give us a plasma engine. Interesting. And we've not discovered any of these yet, so not bothered about water purification. We don't need that here. Water soil recomposition. That's another one we don't need it here. So yeah, I mean, we really don't have much choice. I think it's one of these. Now, nuclear plant will rush us towards nukes. I'm kind of tempted to go for that. The problem is with that is, I think... It's difficult to say. These are coming out quite quick. Although I feel like nuclear plant... Yeah, this is tier 2, 3, 4. I can't remember whether it tells you how many points it is you require to get these. High-tech industry and nuclear plant probably going to be about the same. Now this will getting nuclear plant along with laser rifles will open us up further down into this area here, so we can get beam guns, shield generators. Really don't need to go this far down here. Actually, I think the nuclear plant's going to be more important, because once we've got nuclear plants up, then we can start getting atomics. We get missiles, and yeah, we need to get missiles as well. Then we'll get atomic missiles, and then we've really got some bargaining chips. Now let's just have a look what Cael is got, because I think he's still the furthest ahead. I don't know though, because I'll tell you what. Tribes of Man player Hyde has kind of stopped egging me on to attack. Well, he kind of started doing it again yesterday. He's like, oh yeah, you know, if you guys go to war, then I'll watch you and stuff. And like right through the game, he's really been kind of egging me on, and I've been kind of poking, you know, Cael Immortalis, the player for Phoenix Legion. I've been kind of like, you know, pushing him a little bit just to see what he's doing. Let's just see what he's got. Yeah, I think he's got Walker hydraulics, VTOL, turbojet. Yeah, he's got more stuff than us. He's got tactical nukes now as well. Heavy combat armor. Yeah, he's ahead of me. He's got nuclear plant as well. Okay. Yeah, he's further along still with the research stuff. He's not gone for atomics yet. Let's see if we can race him to atomics. Atomics. That's an old word for it. That's what they used to call it in June, didn't they? In the June books, they called them atomics. Okay, I'm quite happy with that helicopter we got. I think maybe we go for a medium aircraft. Tactical bomber. Yeah, attack bomber sounds good. Let's go for medium jet engine. Now, tactical bomber might have to fight, so let's just keep it a medium wings. Then we're going to put a decent fuel tank on it. This is where I was going wrong before, I think. Twin charge Gauss heavy machine gun, and then we'll put a bomb hatch on this one because we've already got a helicopter that can do hard attack stuff. So let's see what we can get on here. Let's see what we can get on here, and no cargo. Okay, so it's not actually fast enough to take off. Look, we need to be twice as quick just to take off. However, that would be 8 hexes. Let's try again. Let's go with the heavy jet engine. Now we'll get more lift off bigger wings, but they are very, very heavy. Let's just stick with the medium for the time being. We'll still drop the fuel tank a little bit, and then we'll just put some smaller bombs on, and then we'll just build it up, see what we can get. This is the iterative way that you need to do things. Okay, so look, there we go. We've actually got, it's just a slow aircraft, this is. So 6 hexes, but this was work. If you're willing to only be fighting in, you know, 6 hexes away. Really what we want is better, you know, better tech, better linear tech. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep that on medium. Let's put the fuel tank up. Yeah, we can put way more weight on this thing. It's going to be really, really heavy though. Put it up to 12k, and then we'll keep everything else the same. I might just put a bigger bomb on it because realistically we're going to want better bombs. Okay, that's a 9 hex design. This is quite slow. It's going to get intercepted quite easily, but it can fight back. Negative. Let's just try one more. That's with a very heavy engine, by the way. I might just make something like this. Let's see if we can put it up to a large wingspan, and let's see if that makes any difference. Maybe just drop the fuel tank size down, just see if the extra lift takes us further. That's 7 hexes. That's going to be less speed because of the larger wings. So let's just drop the wingspan down again. In fact, let's try what happens. See if we can get a smaller one. Small wings. Okay, that's only 5 hexes, but it's much faster. Okay, so you'll kind of see where we're going with this. We could increase to the super heavy. The problem is it's going to take it's kind of like a lot of machines. It's going to be a lot faster though. I don't need it to be that fast. Let's go back to the medium to see how we can go with this. I'm going to put some bigger bombs on it too. Okay, that's 8 hexes. That'll do. 276 miles per hour. Let's get that up. We'll just that will enable us to get the bigger and bigger aircrafts. Bearing in mind that you need a big airbase for those big aircraft. Order of battle operationalization. Let's have a look. Okay, so in case you don't know, grenadiers are RPGs. Basically, that's what this game calls RPGs. So light armor grenadier army is kind of interesting. Armored grenadier is basically the same, except with medium-sized tanks. Assault infantry army. If I remember right, assault means you get a few light tanks on top of the infantry. I think light armor infantry is a tank, basically a tank army with infantry attached. Heavy armor army, destroyers. Let me just see what we can already get here. We've got armored brigade. Okay, so we can actually make armored brigade corps and armies now. So that is going to be something that we want to aim for if we are thinking of going to war. We will need a decent amount of tanks. They're going to struggle through here, but really it's walkers we want fighting in this kind of terrain. But once we get out into the open, tanks are king. And I don't see Cael building any tanks. Do you? I don't think he's got anything. He's really one thing I'll say is he's really pushed up on his, what's this, Latheris territory. Magic. I don't think Hyde's built any tanks either. I think these guys are really going all out on their industrialization. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start lowering our relations now. I'm going to see if he notices. I'm interested to see if he actually notices or not if we do a provocation. Yeah, difficulty 125. It's quite hard to do. Let's get the decisions out of the way first. As far as this is concerned, armoured infantry. That'd be an infantry army with some armour. I don't know. That's nice if you want if you want assault guns, right? So infantry with assault guns, that's really, really difficult to move. So that's kind of a nice one. I think I'd probably rather have that actually than a heavy armour army. That said, that one will come out quicker, so let's go for that one. Minor worker striking, border fort, just give us some money. By the way, we're going backwards in money. I've got a deficit of about 500 credits at the moment, just a little bit less. Yes, let's get Clyde up to a big town. That's a really great idea. Castello Republic caught one of our spies. Yeah, let's just smooth it over. Okay, they gave us a spy back. I can't remember what it was I was doing with these guys. Castello Republic overview. Yeah, real politicas. So we want to keep these guys in power. The other guys, if I was Cael and Hyde, what I would be doing is that I would be trying to break the alliance between myself and these AI factions, and then I'd go for the AI. I think that's what I'd be doing. They don't seem to be doing that, so I don't know. They've probably got other plans. New commander for the 15th Machine Gun Infantry Brigade. Let's have a look. Have we got a military leader? Nope. We got a merc. Let's get a junior up. Okay, this guy's got a high technical rating. He's not so good at war, though. Hey, he's pretty good, look. 17 years old and he's got 40 intelligence and he's a technician. He'd be good for model design. I think if I remember right, we got a great guy in model design already. Let's go to leader and Blake Tompfield. That guy's almost as good as this dude. This guy, we could actually switch these. So look, he's got 75 total skill roll in technician. Let's just go to the reserve pool. He's got 64. It might be worth switching these guys. The problem is if I switch the that director Blake Tompfield, if I switch him over, he's not going to be very happy because he's losing status. He's quite ambitious as well, so I might be stuck with him here. So I think what I'm going to do with this dude is I'm going to make him a. He's capability 3. He'll be fine, you know, as a machine gun infantry brigade leader. So let's get him in there. Oh, I'm really suffering with my nose. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, we got these guys with this group. I was moving up here. So that's all our decisions, by the way. But yeah, I'm going to move these guys up. We're actually going to be using a fair amount of fuel here. So hopefully, we actually lost 2,000 fuel use storage there. So, oh, we've got another group. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the HQ. There we go. Look. Let's get those guys up that way. I've already moved some of these. I moved these troops down here. I'm actually getting some up on the line. Yeah. So I was talking to this guy and saying how. He was like, you know, Cael. He said something like, "I think Cael's expecting that he'll be able to defeat you with with his technological advantage. You know, with the walkers and lasers." He wasn't saying, but he was just speculating. I don't think he was, talking with any authority because he knows anything. I think he was just saying. I think that's probably what he's expecting to do now. Yeah, look, I've got a lot of troops here now. This is a decent army. Let's get these ones up this way too. I want him to see my armies and be like, okay, he's got a lot of troops here. What are we going to do here? Let's get a dirt road into this hex. I'm going to put it here. No, let's put it on there. Okay, so we've actually got full. We've got full supply going all the way along here now. Right. Have we upgraded all of these troops properly? This is something that's worth looking at. Yeah, it looks like it. Grunts 5. Grunts 3. Okay, these guys need to be upgraded. So let's all of the same OHQ, put them up to 5. Okay, we upgraded 4,500 troops. That's probably all we could get at. Yeah, we basically want to be fielding the best troops that we've got. Oh, AMG2s. Let's get those guys up to AMG4s. Yeah, it's not going to be a whole lot. Look, always want to be keeping on top of the newest stuff. Right, before I forget. Provocation. Let's start bringing this down and to see what happens. See if Cael notices. Okay, we failed. Did that not work at all then? No, it didn't work at all. Wow, this is going to be difficult. Maybe we can expelling diplomats might be one thing. The problem is we start losing our trade cash. Now, I don't know how much money we're actually making from trade at the moment. Exporting a lot to Richard's. We were importing a lot of water from Phoenix Legion for some reason. We're not getting any public trading at all. So what's the point? What is the point in us being friends? Right, the only thing that I can see is that we're going to get spying on him. But I need to start raising. I've got to start finding a way of dropping our relations because he is going to be my first target. I think. Now Hyde said he would stand and watch. I don't think he will. I wouldn't. Like, look, if these guys went to war, why would I sit and watch them? No, I'm not going to do that at all. As soon as those guys go to war, I'm going to sit and watch them for maybe a few turns, figure out which one's weaker, and then I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to make a move as well. Because when one war starts, it's going to be a world war. I guarantee it. And, you know, canny strategists who are watching this as well, I'm sure you will agree with me, that you don't want to be letting other people get an advantage if you're not also getting in on it. Like, that's just not good tactics. Riggins, how close are you to... No, you're not close at all, are you, to the next level? I'm going to have to build some more assets up here, I think. We just got the hospital up. Let's get... No, actually what? You know what? I'm still... By the way, if you look at the construction report, this is another thing I checked before. The progress on a lot of these was a little bit under what it should have been. So I need to make sure that I'm not spending too much money now. I do want to be getting at least a brigade out every turn, because it's not expensive to get a brigade. A brigade level... oh, I've not got any political points. Ouch. Ooh, I don't like that. Okay, I'm not having that. Let's go to... Let's play a political point card. Okay, so... I want to get a brigade out at least. What do we want though? Machine gun infantry brigade is probably going to be the one. Now, what I want to do is I need a brigade up here on this border, and I need one here. I'm like, when we go to war, I want to be moving in on every level and taking territory and preparing the way. You know, like we are going to have a big war. I think that's going to be the big payoff for all you guys who are watching it, and you've seen this kind of big, slow industrial build-up, and you know, some kind of political tensions going on, and a little bit of wrangling and a bit of shit talking. But for the most part, it's been quite, you know, it's been quite quiet. I think it's fair to say, right? And I don't want, you know, I don't want people to be bored. I think what we're going to end up with in this game is it's going to be pretty hectic when it all starts kicking off, and that's what I want. I want it to be really, you know, I want it to be scary. I want people to go, whoa, wow, this is such a crazy battle. And I think that's what's going to happen. These guys, are these... No, these grunts 4, so we need to get these upgraded. It's grunt 5.
Copy that.
3,000 got upgraded. We've got grunts 3. Let's do the same with these. Up to grunts 5.
Copy that.
There's only 300. Okay. Then we've got the AMGs as well. Level 4.
Copy that.
Yeah, it's not spending much doing this. Okay. Oh, we've got some AMG 3s here as well. Oops, sorry, I should change it to this first. So you don't have to keep doing what I just did. And we got the grunts 4 here too. So change it to the all of the OHQ first, then put this up. There we go.
Copy that.
And I'm not looking very carefully at how much that's costing me. I'm not really that bothered at the moment. I don't want to be spending too much here. Oh yeah, let's get 1,000 ammo up. Get 1,000 every single turn. Now, yeah, we can get 35,000 maximum storage. If we're going into a war, we're going to need loads more than that. Because when the ordnance starts flying, boy, it's going to be big. We need to get another bazooka model out, don't we? What's this? What are these guys? They're just using RPGs. That's not good. So that's not much use. I mean, it's going to be better than, yeah, 192 in hard defense. How much better is that than the Gauss rifle? Not much better, eh? So they'll be cheaper to get out though. Oh yeah, what have we got here? We've got another machine gun infantry battalion, right? I want these guys down this way. Okay, so these guys are going to go, and they're going to sit on this border here. Now, I think we were supposed to be keeping this as a... This was meant to be the no man's zone, if I remember right, because he was upset because he was getting this... I can't remember what you call it now. Danger. He was getting danger because when you've got enemies... Oh, I don't think he should be getting danger from that now. So anyway, yeah, we'll see. But this is supposed to be a no man's zone here. We had that as part of our agreement. So I can't break that for the time being. Yeah, let's get... Did I build a brigade? No, I didn't. Let's get a brigade up. That's why I went with it, wasn't it? Do I get a corps? I've got 30,000 troops. Quite a lot of troops. But it's going to cost only 20,000. No, let's just get a brigade up. I'm just going to get a machine gun infantry brigade. Okay. I can afford one more of those. So let's get... In fact, rather than doing that, let's just go for an independent unit and we'll get some tanks up. Now, destroyers would be nice against walkers, although walkers do have an advantage. I could also get start getting some of these bombers. 30 tactical bombers. How much are these going to cost us? It's quite a lot, look. Metal's not so much, but it's mostly the industrial points. However, we're getting a lot of industrial points. So, that's just a squadron. A regiment's probably going to be a bit nicer if we can get that up. This is where, right, this is where you'll start detecting a bit of a disconnect with what Ben does and what he says. And I'll tell you what it is. I get excited seeing all the choices that I have, right? This is one of the things that I find so addictive about this game, is that there are so many options of things to have, and I just find it so exciting. But the problem is I start getting distracted from what I should be really doing. So let me get back on track. Let's get some brigades up. I need machine gun infantry brigades, or heavy machine gun infantry brigades. Yeah, I'm going to get these... Yeah, I'm going to get these guys up. So I've actually got 2 of these brigades up this turn. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to need to find a couple of leaders for them. So I'm going to save myself some points. Hopefully we be able to get up. Oh, efficiency drive. This is a good one. It's worth playing for 35 credits, 34 points, you know. Oh, we failed. That was unlucky. So we only gained 700 credits. It's kind of worth it, I'd say. We actually, we actually spent some. Now, we've got 400 metals available. Yeah, we do need some more machines too. How long until this high-tech industry goes up, I wonder? Let me have a look. Heavy industry, sorry, that's the one. So 2 turns, providing I don't spend too much stuff. So let's just leave it for the time. Let's not build anything else. Let's get all this done. Fuel depot went up. I want to make... Right, this is all stuff that I want to be increasing. Now, yeah, food is another one we are eventually going to want to start maxing out on. Well, I've got a whole lot of troops. What have we got in the SHQ? Grunts 5, Grunts 5. Okay, we've got quite a lot of spare troops in the SHQ. That's interesting. And we've got some of these Crusaders. Yeah, well, these are just an old model, I think. Yeah, I don't think we need anything else. Okay. Let's start upgrading the size of our air bases. I do want a bigger air base in Border Fort if I can. Mind you, Border Fort's just still a village, isn't it? So we're not going to get one there. Okay, let's get one up in this high peak here. This is the air base at Westcliff. Let's get the air base 2 up. I can afford to build that, I think. So we want to get this up to level 3. We can right now. Aircraft don't need, sorry, helicopters don't need to be operating from an airbase. They get more action points if they do. I'm going to be using a lot of helicopters in this game, I think. I really like helicopters and Anthropters. They're really, really good. Metal is also well worth getting. We can't get it up here because this is riggings. What is this? Is this Clyde? Okay. Oh, wow. Hold on a minute. Clyde's here. Yeah, I've got to do some zoning here. I need to do some zoning. Look, because this is Oops. There we go. Yeah, I need to make sure, because Clyde is a smallish zone. We doesn't want to be. Yeah, definitely doesn't want to be up here. This is all Clyde as well. Look, let's get some of this out. Again, sorry, this is not something I usually do, you know, on camera because it's kind of boring for you to watch. But I think just in case I forget, I think it's really important that I do it. Let's get these dudes down this way. There we are. Clyde doesn't have any business owning territory all that way up there, I don't think. So let's get this one out this way. There we go, look. Okay, so yeah, that's a little bit more reasonable. Sorry about that, folks. I just thought I'd do that. Right, we've got a bureaucratic office 1 up there. Let's get a barracks up here next. So we want to be getting barracks up everywhere. Yeah, I think at the expense, like, you know, I don't want this video to go on all day, so we'll leave it at that, I think, folks. There's not really, I don't really have much more, you know, that's viable for me to do here. Can I just go and grab that last bit of, yeah, I can go and grab that. Let's just build a little dirt road up here just so that we've got some. Yeah, so these guys aren't going to be starving. And yeah, that's about it, folks. I think that's all I really need to do. So I shall catch you next time. I think the next thing that we really got to do is just more industry, more like.
Copy that.
There we go. Look, let's get some more of these machines up. Maybe get some high-tech parts as well. Oh, they're so expensive. Look. Just buy a bunch of those up now before the price starts rocketing up. Everyone else will be buying them too. Yeah, I need to kind of make some plans. This guy here is not. He's really not being. I don't know. I don't think it's wise to not build your military up like he's doing. He's really like, especially when look at this. Like, why would you? He's being really, really reckless. I think he's hoping that I'm not going to invade him. Do you know what? If it comes to it, I will just take the happiness penalty. Honestly, I'm not bothered. Like, I'll just invade, and if I take a happiness penalty, I'll take it. You will take a lot of loyalty damage and stuff, but it's just, you know, if you need to, you can just do that. Okay, it will cause problems, but if you've got to go to war, sometimes you got to go to war, and you'll just have to take the hit. I do need to start reducing his. You know, reducing our relationship beforehand, because I don't want such a hit, and that's probably what he's waiting for. He's probably like, okay, this guy can't attack me because he's going to take a massive happiness hit. He doesn't realize I'm willing to do that. So if I can't get it down naturally, and you know, it looks like, for example, look now, if I had some tanks too, or walkers, or just something that could quickly clear through these, I would just push straight through to Firebird Landing. And what is he going to do to stop me? Like, what's to stop me from moving to Phoenix Command? Okay, like, he could suddenly build up a load of troops, but then he's got to have the logistics to be able to deal with that. Because you've seen what happens when... Sorry. You've seen what happens when you build up... Get out. You've seen what happens when you build up stuff too quickly. Oh, we got these guys as well. Yeah, I want these guys down here too. I really want him to see this military build-up, because I'm going to figure out what I can do about reducing this. Now, one way of doing it would be to expel the diplomats. That would drop it down a certain way. Let's just go back to that card, actually. Sorry, folks. I said I was going to end the turn, but I think this might be interesting for you to see. So let's go back to Majors, and we'll go to Provocation. Who plays this card? Foreign Affairs Council. Okay. So Tim Hagen. Yeah, this guy's crap. Okay, this is the problem. I've got a bad guy in the Foreign Affairs Council, so we need to replace him. Now, what does he use? Foreign Affairs is going to use diplomacy, right? And diplomacy, yeah, he's got crap charisma. That's his problem. Let's have a look, see who we've got who might be able to replace him. So we got, let's just go to all, and then we're going to add key info into personal, and then we want diplomacy, intimidate. Let's just have a look at those. Okay, nice. Yeah, look at this guy. We've got the Aiden Krypton site. Yeah, he's got a high diplomacy. Right, you're going to be promoted, mate. So let's promote this guy.
Yes, sir.
Gonna give him a bet. We'll say other job.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then we're going to give Tim Hagen, and we're going to get him out of there. And we'll swap those next turn. This will make it easier for me to start playing these provocation cards. Now, to those of you who think battle mode, why are you gearing for war before you're ready? It's going to take me ages to get this down. To get this down to a decent level before I can attack. It's going to be like 4 or 5 turns. And I want to see him. I want to see what his reaction to this is, because I don't like how complacently he's playing here. He's just thinking that I'm going to allow him to keep increasing his technological lead, and I ain't going to do that. I really need to punish him for not building his military, because my military is big now compared to his. Now he has got some, he's got some better technology than me, but I got way more troops. So we'll see what we can do. Now, if I can get into, I would quite like heavy combat armor, so I'm on the same kind of level as him there. We're already going with laser rifles. We've got charge Gauss small arms as well, so I can actually get charge Gauss up. What's he actually using here? Slug throws. I think he's just doing that deliberately, just leaving those. He's using Gauss rifle and combat armor here. They're Gauss rifle and heavy combat armor. So I've got charge Gauss. So charge Gauss will do okay against heavy combat armor. I think that's the kind of technological equivalent. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I think now is the time to at least start thinking about dropping it down. I don't know, like with what we've got at the moment, I need more in order to reliably push through. Although, if he really is just, on this board, for example, yeah, he has got some troops with the full. I think he's probably just like, he's putting these weak troops up here because he knows maybe it's like a lure. He's like, let's see if this guy attacks me because I look weak. But obviously, I'm going to be looking at the rest of the stuff that he's got. These look like reasonable models. He's just not that much. He's really not got that much defense. Just bearing in mind that what I'd have to do is I'd drop my relationship with Cael while increasing the relationship with Hyde, so Hyde can't attack me easily. That's one way of doing it, because I think, and he said, I'll just watch you fight, and I'm like, I bet you don't, because I certainly wouldn't want to be doing that. I don't think that's a sound strategy. Maybe at the start, you might watch for a couple of turns just to see who's winning, and then, What was in these troops, by the way? Second shock bolter bus, yeah, high-speed machine gun. These need replacing as well. So yeah, I mean, I can't allow him to get to nuclear weapons before me. He's likely to do that, I think. So I think some kind of military action just to force him into a war might be a good idea. And then I've got to start. Then I can start leveraging my, greater industrial output. 'Cause I'm fairly sure that I've probably got better assets than him. Like Phoenix Command's got some pretty impressive stuff going on, but I think that's basically, he's got Industry 4, which is probably more than I've got actually. I think I'm still on Industry 3, aren't I? Yeah, I'm on Industry 3 here, but I don't really need Industry 4. But yeah, like, so what I would have to do is figure out a way. I've got to be able to take something if I initiate a war, because so I'd really want to be. I want Firebird landing. That puts me within. Like, he's got 2 zones then that are very, very close and that are hard to defend. Like, Phoenix Command's really, really going to be easy for me to take if I've got plenty of tanks. And Denaber's going to be a little bit more difficult. But he can't defend everywhere. He hasn't got as many troops as me. He can try and, like, push up this way. Like, he's going to, like, how is he? I think that he's going to really struggle fighting through this territory. Now, he will be building up, stuff to get troops up this way, but this is also kind of weak. So I could kind of I could start clipping his wings and taking territory off him. But as I said before, Cael is not a dumb person. He's like very, very intelligent, and he's a good strategy game player. He's like a formidable Dominions player. You know, he's way better than me at Dominions. I don't know if he's better than me at Shadow Empire. We'll have to see. And I don't know what I'm like at Shadow Empire multiplayer. Anyway, I was threatening to end this turn, so I'm going to do it now. Thanks for bearing with me, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.